On the Bernina 560, stitch number 6 is a triple straight stitch and stitch number 7 is a triple zigzag. Let me show you what I mean by this stitch. Now I'm going to actually sew on the diagonal, which will be the bias, because this stitch has multiple uses. My favorite is that it looks like a really thick stitch. You're going to notice when you sew that the stitching is going to look like it's taking 2 stitches forward and then 1 stitch back. And it is, because this is 3 stitches on top of each stitch. So here's what it's going to look like. When we are done, you're going to notice that the stitch is very thick. So it has this great professional look, and each stitch is in the exact hole as it goes back and forth and continues going forward. So the reason I sewed on the diagonal is so I can show you that when you stretch it, it is a stretch stitch, but it does not pop. So if you're looking for a stitch to reinforce something, this is an excellent stitch to reach for. The other thing is people often look for thicker thread, like top stitching thread, which doesn't come in a ton of colors. I mean, it does, but so many times you can take your own color of thread, like hot pink, and turn it into a thicker looking stitch. So when you stitch something like handles on bags or something that really wants some definition, choose the stitch, choose your own thread, and you didn't even have to change and put in a top stitch needle. You just sew. And let's try stitch number 7. So this is almost just a zigzag stitch. You can make this any length or width. Of course, remember you can change it while you sew. When you change it while you sew, you might not get the exact stitches when you are changing it, but look how fun this looks. I have actually done this with variegated thread and really even shown how fun it looks, almost like rickrack. So this is one reason why you do want to sew out your decorative stitches, because some of them that don't look like much on screen actually turn out to be pretty cool looking. So stitch number 6, stitch number 7, triple straight and zigzag stitches.